Hi, it's Anne. Today I just want to show you a quick video on how to mold. You take this mold with a glue gun, and that's all you need, in a scissor, and I'm going to show you how to make a mold with a glue gun into this and how easy it is, because I always use air drying clay, but it takes such a long time to dry. So what I always do, I start with the small parts and then I move on to the big parts there. So I'm just going to start there, just going to fill it up. I pull it a little bit apart and I just go slowly into that area, and I'm going to do the big, and the same way I open up the mold a little bit. It's easy to put too much in or too little, but that's okay. You can always trim it off with a scissor if it's too much. So I just, or a knife, sharp knife. You can see I overcompensated there, but it's okay. It's the first time I'm using this mold, so I need to learn it. You learn your molds with time. So this big belly part, I just fill it up and make sure it's level with everything. I can maybe make the other one as well, but I'm going to do this leaf here. You can see I slightly pull it apart. Sorry, I'm turning it a lot because that's easier for me to work. I just make sure everything is in all the nooks and crannies, and then you can just squeeze in the middle and make sure everything fills up nicely. It dries fairly quickly. You will see it's transparent when you put it in. And as soon as it starts looking like a little bit of Vaseline or opaque, then you know the mold is right. You can take it out. With the air dried clay, you always have to leave overnight to dry, and then you can start to paint on top of it. This you can do within minutes. So I'm just filling that neck up. Then it's the feet. These ones are a bit tricky, but it's also tricky to take them out when you do air dry clay, because it's very fragile and very thin. So if you want to make something that you can lie flat, you can use your resin as well. I don't like to work with resin, so I look for alternatives. And you must just make sure this glue gets very hot, and the point is very hot. So I don't know why, tend to poke my fingers into the glue while it's in the mold, but you don't burn that you die, but you're gonna burn, so just be careful. Just make sure that's connected. And then I can maybe, while I'm waiting, I can just fill up another leaf for you. I'm going to stop there. You can see the legs are almost dry, so you can also, if you're not scared, you're going to cut your mold, trim off the excess that's maybe a little bit bumpy. With your scissors, I'm turning it's a curved scissor. I'm turning it with a curved side. I use it there because I'm scared I'm going to cut my mold. But I would suggest that you rather wait until it's dry. If you're not sure you want to do that, I will totally understand that. So it's almost dry. You can see that one is already turning a little bit opaque. I hope you can see that. Those two, and this one is still a little bit clear. How deeper your mold, the longer it will take, obviously, and how you know, in the small molds they dry very quickly. Okay, this one is also turning opaque. You can, if you feel it, you can feel it. It's not hot anymore. Then you can start to take it out. This little spider webs you can just take off as you unmold them. So you just go from side to side, and you pick it up, and you can see there I've got a little bit excess that I can take away. So I'm going to start with this small bits first, just to make sure they come out, and then you can just take out your flamingo. I always tend to make it loose a little bit like that before I take it out, but you can see it's actually quite easy to take these out of the molds. And that's that one. Now you can just take your finger and take away the spider webs if they bother you, and then you can take your scissor, and you can see that piece there. You can just snip it off closely to your bird. All the pieces that maybe stands out, that the mold overflowed a little bit, you can just take off. Maybe that piece there with the neck. Just make sure this cuts very easily, that you don't cut off something. And you can also take them off with your nail, you know, so some of the pieces come off very easily with your nail. And there you have it. I'm not gonna cut all of them because I just want to show you, and you can see the difference. This one, it was a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, this was a little bit difficult. So but it doesn't matter. I will just cut off all the excess, and then I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I will see you next time, and have a lovely day.